has just crossed that line. I can see you watching me, wondering how you're gonna make your move. But darling, I'm already yours. There's nothing fancy that you gotta do. I just want you to kiss me, baby, all night long, darling. It could be our secret. We don't have to tell no one. I want your hands all over me. Oh, it'll feel so right. Oh, love me like we've only got tonight.
Well, let's sneak out the back. No one's gonna see us leave. I'll place my hand on the small of your back and I'll take the lead.
Just want you to kiss me, baby, all night long, darling.
It could be our secret.
We don't have to tell no one. I want your hands all over me. Oh, it'll feel so right. Oh, love me like we've only got tonight. I'll get the red wine.
Hey, I'll bring the music.
It kinda feels like we're committing a crime, but we're getting away with it. Just want you to kiss me, baby, all night long, darling. It could be our secret. We don't have to tell no one. I want your hands all over me. Oh, it'll feel so right. Oh, love me like we
What's going on, everyone? It's Thursday afternoon. It's Pillar to Pillar time. It's been a few months. And we're here with Dale from Valhalla's Keepers / Duelsoft Australia and our boy Dodo with a JT mask on his head. You just put that on. I looked away for 2 seconds and you've got something on your fucking
here. It was
head.
literally right here. I don't know how. Oh, please stay on my head. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put it upside down. There we go. No, you know what? This doesn't even work because my headphones are on my head.
Dodo.
Let's continue.
How are we all going? Let's continue. Let's get past the helmet, the mask, and get on.
I mean, it pretty much is a helmet.
So how we been? How's our holiday been? How's your time off been, Dale?
Lost, mate. A little bit lost in a certain sense. Not having comps to prepare for and payments to make and all that kind of stuff, like just organising of team stuff. The first couple of weeks was really good, but I think the boys are kind of sick of me because they enjoyed their off season while I was like, we've got so much to do and we did nothing. So,
I mean, did anyone really do anything? Let's just be real here.
Look,
well,
I'm pretty
Headhunters
sure.
last night said that they kicked ass over the off season. I reckon it showed last night. So.
Yeah, definitely. They were cranking it out last night. I rewatched the stream this morning, and man, those boys are on fire. It's their season. Let's go. Headhunters for the win. I'm calling it.
I don't know. There's a certain team coming back for the first time in like over a year. I reckon they can give them a run for their money.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I need a beer. Because that's the bottom line.
Oh, God. Oh,
but yeah,
God.
nah, look, we've got a couple of like newer teams in this season, and obviously like Kendo's come back for this season. Like it's a pretty stacked lineup this one. So I want Headhunters to win. I really do. They deserve it. Those boys work hard.
He's been backing them season after
oh
season.
Man, like it's got to be there, and like they just every season they're just pumping it up and going harder and harder and harder. And watching them last night and this morning, like come on, they've got this. Like Ashley's just like sending it like crazy. They've got it. They've got it. I would almost put bets on this. That
Ooh. You sure you want to put a bet on that one?
I reckon I could put a bet on this. They will make it to finals.
Interesting. We have to discuss about this later.
That'll be the,
off camera.
That'll be the interesting thing, yeah. They smoke it all season, get to finals. Finals is a different kind of beast, man. The pressure all day building up to it, getting out there, longer rounds. You can only keep them at, especially at hardcore, the mags that you take out. It's all you've got for the 5 rounds.
Yeah.
It's a different game.
Yeah. I reckon they can get it.
I just run like 10 ARP mags and call it a day. 3 rounds, 5 rounds, it will last. Maybe, I don't know.
The trick is to just get really good at one balling and walk out with 1 mag.
Oh.
I mean,
if someone could pull that off, if someone could walk out there with a single mag for a hardcore finals,
I bet you Slidey could do it with his pistol.
Gas mag, not his HPA M4 adapter.
I mean, he really one-balled me like last year with a pistol. Actually, we one-balled each other, but point still stands. I reckon he could do it. I'm just gonna hype him up.
But yeah, Headhunters last night absolutely smashed it out of the park. Super happy for those guys. Hells were
shaky start,
but they'll get there. That it was basically what all the newer guys playing last night.
Yeah, a lot of their experienced players aren't in the team, or minus Moosh really. But yeah.
But he's new to them, yeah.
Yeah,
He'd
exactly.
be new to Hells, but he's not new to the scene, so...
No. But still makes a difference. Slotting someone new in, having a couple of key players out of the team that probably lead the charge a little bit more than others. I'd nearly count it as a fairly fresh team, man, from that point of view.
Yeah, that's pretty understandable if you look at it in a different light.
Mush on his own is a gun player. Everybody knows that, and he stood out last night as well. But yeah, you just got to get your feet. Depends if they trained. They might be like a lot of the older teams now and not train. Rock up on the day.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I train. What are you talking about?
Training?
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 Mate, I just grab this, right? Like this, and I go, job done. Hey, drills.
I just got a message from Kathy with some photos. It's gotta be Headhunters season. They have to win this. 100%. They have got to win. Cam has just, this morning, gotten hardcore tattooed down the side of his neck. Like an absolute legend. It's their season. This is a good show. Yep. The dedication. Yep. They've got this. They've got this.
I honestly don't know how to feel about that. But you know what? I'm still going to root against them.
You're not allowed to have an opinion on tattoos because you're clean skinned, Dodo.
Shut up. Shut up. I know this. You don't think I hate this? You don't think I hate being a clean skinned boy, huh? I'm not standing up.
Stand up. Show us your legs.
No. Oh, hey, you want to see a hairy leg? Hang on. There's a hairy leg right there.
Yeah, I can't see, mate. You might have to stand up.
Might have to stand up.
I'm not standing up. Fuck you all.
Wait, is there something in your cat box behind you? Something looks weird up the top there. You might need to go check it.
There's nothing there, mate.
Can you just stand up and grab one of those? What are those supplement bottles there behind you, mate?
Oh, hang on, I can do this. You mean like what
stand.
over here? Right over here? Mate, I'm not
we'll get
for
you
that
to
one.
stand up.
You will not get me to stand up. Nothing will get me to stand up on this day. I'm too good for this shit.
Back on track. Let's get back on track. Okay.
That's right. Get back on track. That's right. You better get back on track.
Slab Kings.
Debut hardcore.
Their debut. They did well. They sent it hard. Not quite coming through, but they played bloody well, and they are a good team. So I do believe they're going to be ones to sort of watch. They've been around for 6-8 months now, sort of in the background, wanting to jump into everything. So
hard for them, yeah, because we kind of, when we first started the year before last, we kind of started forming in about October, maybe September.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't get in anywhere. There was no comps really running. We weren't aware of hardcore at that stage. You can't get into SSA. Gel City wasn't a thing. So we're at the mercy of a 3v3 that Mark ran out at Tack Edge as one of our first events. And Slav Kings have been a little bit similar. They've had a couple of goes at Gel City and the 3v3s, but outside of that actual competition to get experience, it's been hard for them. So
yeah.
If that's the baseline of what the talent's like on some of the newer teams with less experience, then it's going to be an epic year.
Oh man, you just got to there's so many new teams popping up. When I did the draw for Speak You Be the other day, that who are these guys? What are we doing here? Is it are these guys just going to come in and just rock the boat and just smash things? What are we? what do we to expect out of these new teams? It's like the is it Ghosts or whatever it is playing next week, or is it the week after? Round three. I don't know who these guys are. The El Capitan ones, or whatever it is, or Los Capitans. I'm guessing it's a bunch of the team captains put together.
I mean, the name kind of says it all, doesn't it?
That's what I'm getting. You know.
In terms of baseline for new teams, I feel like it's still never underestimate new teams, but don't overestimate them either, because look for a baseline and then go from there. and then
Yeah.
you judge from how they play.
Yeah.
Because I reckon this season could be like, because we got like what 40 teams this year. Something like 40 teams, isn't it? 40 teams. Yeah,
42, I think.
Yeah.
42, 42.
Something like that.
So we're going to see a lot of new teams debut essentially during qualifier brackets, and from there it's going to be how like they're going to have to stand out
Yeah.
or try and stand out, and that's going to be the hardest part, I reckon, because you look at the already established teams, they're already like shown their colors and whatnot. It's going to be a lot harder for these newer teams to break through, I reckon.
Yeah.
We've got an advantage too, though, now with all the scrim nights. Like, again, talking back when we started, and it would have been even worse for you guys when you started. I don't think you guys had anywhere really to train, did you?
There was no speedball fields when we started.
Had no scrims or anything like that. So
Training for us came down to just playing at hardcore,
Yeah.
playing CQB nights.
Just,
that
just
was
kept on playing.
training.
And
every Saturday.
Then Hardcore opened up their speedball field, and it was like, we've got somewhere to train. We hit up a couple of training sessions. And yeah, like, when it all first started, there was just nothing. It was just play CQB fields and hope that it's going to help. And it does. Every little bit helps. Every bit of playing with your team helps. But
all those new teams, they're going to have a much higher baseline to start with, because the scrim nights, you go to some of the scrim nights and it's decked out with kendo players, or it's decked out with the Outcast players, or it's decked out with the Defiance boys or something like that. So all the newbies are getting to compete at a fairly high level without even getting to comps yet. So I'm excited for it all. I'm very, very excited to see where that all goes.
We'll just see how they handle the nerves come comp days.
Yeah, that's true too.
Scrim nights and comp days are two different fish. And if you can't hold your nerves at a comp day, then oh no. Can be a bit overwhelming. I remember my first time. Overwhelmed.
But
very overwhelmed.
I do think Slav King's going to do well. Moving forward, like, we're just watching them play last night. I do think they're going to be a good team that are just going to play solidly and just get out there and do it all. Everyone's just smacking that like button because they want to see the zombie run, aren't you?
You need follow. There we go. Oh wait, that's a like to stream. Never mind.
It was a like.
But
yeah.
My goodness, it's been way too long since we've done this.
So it was a good night last night. Good to see Hardcore back. Good to be out of our couple of months of nothing. I'm keen for next week. Just keen. More SpeakQB, more Hardcore, more everything. I need to see.
The only word he's got. It's the only one in his vocabulary right now is keen.
Keen, more.
Keen, more? More keen.
More keen.
More keen.
That's
more team?
Yeah. More team.
It is also unfortunate that there was, from what I heard, teams that didn't make the SSA selection. I think there was a cutoff for teams.
Yep.
Those teams, I do recommend hitting up every other comp in your area, and I'm pretty sure Mark even advertised it as well. Like, just because you could get into SpeakQB this year doesn't mean something won't change next year either.
Yeah.
So train up and get strong, because you're gonna need every little bit of advantage you can get. Goes a long way, a very long way. Speaking of which, I need to train more.
South Australia this weekend, and the kids this weekend as well.
Saturday is SA.
Yeah.
And Sunday is juniors, I believe.
Yep. So it's everything's kicking off. Get out there, as Dodo said. If you didn't make the lineup, it's unfortunate, but these things happen.
There is plenty of comps happening throughout the year. From Gel City, GSA 3v3s, Hardcore. You've got 3 right there.
You also don't need to start a new team. There's so many teams that will struggle throughout this year to keep numbers, to keep reliability, especially if they enter every single comp. They're going to need members. So go to scrims, keep on the socials, follow Pillar to Post. There'll be teams interviewed all the time, and they might slip out saying, "Hey, Pillar to Pillar, sorry, Pillar to Post."
I was waiting for him to correct himself. I'm like, hang on.
Send him home.
He's drunk, man. Get him out of here.
People will drop hints that they're looking for players, and that might be your early break in for this year and set up your own team, branching out from that later. But there'll be heaps of opportunities for people.
Yeah, definitely.
Heaps and heaps.
But yeah, so moving on to next week with Hardcore, we will have the Los Capitans, Midnight Kendo, and Yakuza playing for round 2 on the Wednesday night at the usual time. So be sure to jump in on that. If you're around,
my money's on Kendo. Calling it.
Cool. You love Kendo.
What was that?
I'm calling it now, Kendo. When they take out the night. I'm happy to throw some predictions around on scores if we really want.
Look, if my thoughts on Los Capitan is what I think it is, I think it could be a very stacked team. If it is what I think it is, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I know what it is. But I've always said it's hard to combine a bunch of superstars into a team and then be a superstar team, yeah?
Yeah.
Kendo train really, really well. Kathy mentioned it on the stream last night that their training is second to none. They're out there, they're drilling, they know exactly what's going on. They are a very, very good front runner, as much as I hate to say it, because whether it's friendly or aggressive, we definitely have a rivalry with those guys. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to versing them there because it's a different field for them. It's a little bit out of their comfort zone. But they're going to be dominant wherever they play. I hope El Capitans and I hope Yakuza pull it together and it's competitive like last night was. If that's how the season of Hardcore is, I'm super excited for every round of it.
Yeah, that's it. Like last night just goes to show that even if we had a break, like everyone's keen to just get back out there and just put it all on the field. Like first round, and everyone was just popping off. With bonus points, well, like flag hang, just everything. Like one red card for the night for.
I think it was. I remember it. It. What was it?
Headhunters got. No, they didn't get picked for it.
No, it was.
It was Hells.
Yes.
Hells. Double no shoulder.
That's right.
So a big yikes. There was 2 reds apparently, according to Chris. Both no shouldering.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go.
It's easy to do out there because I got done with it twice in a match. So I went and got another setup. I went and got a stock setup as well. So I'll run my Euro everywhere else where it's down the sides, and I'll just run that line. Pillar's probably different to the other positions. Doesn't matter as much what you're running from back there. But you're just going to have to adapt and change. We've got players in our team that have had to really, really focus on that shouldering as well.
Yeah. See, I reckon if I was to ever get in and be able to play a hardcore season, I couldn't run a Euro. I don't like the feeling of where it sits. I've got my drop stock on both my other blasters, but there's something about the way the Euro, like I would be getting done for shouldering like crazy if I was running a Euro at hardcore.
I think you're similar to me, Zaggy. I've got no neck here, so when I put it on there, it blocks my field of vision over this side. I can't see, and it's very frustrating. So I sit it down so I can see down it, and that's not shouldering. So
I'm simulating a tank. Sorry,
you got to play the rules, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And like my UDR's got like a slight angle, but it's just right that it keeps it out off my face and it pops it right there, so I'll be able to run that.
You don't worry about shouldering, you just run a pistol.
Just run a pistol. Yeah. That's
I think that was Jared's comment last night. Was I know a workaround for the shouldering, which is again
Pistol.
true.
Yeah, just run a pistol. I've been running pistol a lot lately. I have fallen in love with my pistol with my mag adapter. I've been going to casual games and just running around with it. Scrims. Been getting glow gels running. It's great.
It's got the secret right now.
I got the secret. I got glow gels working in my M4 adapter. It's amazing.
To find out the secret, it will cost you $59. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It'll cost Dan from Ozgel a recipe and some shares in stocks. Let's just say that.
Is Dan watching? Who knows?
Probably not. But speaking of pistols, let's talk about this Duelsoft. We know about the calendars.
Wait, how did we go from pistols to?
How do we go to that?
Well, I think Duelsoft, and it's like the old Western, like walking down the center of the town, like, oh, we're going for a duel, boy. Like,
My mind was just like, what do you mean? Like, how do we go from pistols to Duelsoft? What?
I thought my head straight went to the 2v2 hardcore pistol comp, man.
Oh, look, my brain skipped a few beats. It's just like, how do we get from here to here? Two vastly different subjects, but okay, we'll deal with it.
Well, I mean, both ways I think of a duel, like with pistols, are like, three ways. There's either the sword, there's the Western duel, or then there's the 10 paces with the flintlock pistols duel. Like, dueling to me is like old school pistols. It's always pistols.
Fight to the death with swords.
Oh,
yeah.
Trial by combat.
Trial by fire. But yeah, let's talk about this Duelsoft. Let's get this out here. I think a lot of people.
Little Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Yu-Gi-Oh style.
Good one. That's a good one. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering.
Pokemon. I'm sorry. I am distracting this.
I've had so much time to plan how to start off and best to say it, and I think I explain it to everybody differently, whether it's from the top or the bottom, or I get caught up in a legendary or something like that, and it just goes everywhere. So, one thing, as much as possible, after this stream, we do have a Facebook page set up. I'll put a post there so people can Q&A if I miss stuff here, or I can't come back to here, because I don't know that I will be able to cover everything.
Yeah.
Dueling, I think Hilly actually, and someone can correct me from the team if it wasn't Hilly. We came up with the part of the concept first, and then Hilly came up with the duel part, because we were trying to attach something to the soft. So it's going to be based off primarily 1v1s. Now, you won't be capped at 1v1s. If you can get other people on board and make it a 2v2 or something like that, by all means. But the main structure of it will be 1v1s. The main principle, starting from the top level of it, as top as I can get, you would have seen some of the videos I tried to drop of the rings, which you won't be able to see all too well from there, I can't imagine. But we got rings made up originally for the pro team captains, if they accept, because they haven't all been approached yet, because I haven't had the whole foundation of everything. They will get those rings to start with. They'll be the original keepers of those rings. And the first div guys will get silver ones, exactly the same, gold and silver. Your idea over the season will be to collect as many of those. There's currently 24. We will look to introduce another 10 soon. Collect as many of those 24 rings by the end of the season and keep them in your possession. How do you get to those rings is the next big thing. will be through the battles, the 1v1 battles. The fields, and I haven't got around and met with all the fields yet, and my apologies for those guys that I haven't. I will get there, and if in the next week or two you haven't heard from me and you want to partake, send me a message, because it's for everybody. It's inclusive to everybody that we can think of, from young kids that are legal on fields and stuff like that to the pro players in any of the comps and fields. So the idea will be to buy the bronze coins from those fields. While you're at the field, they'll have stock of them, hopefully. If not, we will be able to send them out to you. And find people who also have coins, have purchased coins themselves, and challenge them to the duel. Just a 1v1 on the field. There will be rule structures as the coins progress up the levels. So a bronze coin versus a bronze coin, one game. Start if it's on a CQB field, Speedsoft field, out in a milsim environment, start at either end, someone's a ref, gives the whistle, away you go. As soon as you're out, you've lost that match. You hand over your coin. If you have a third person there, a third party, that can hold the coins at the start of the match, if they're going to ref the match or anything like that, that would be ideal, because then the ref can hand them over at the end to the winner, and you collect that bank and look to progress.
What stopping me
up
from
the
like
ladder.
taking them and running away?
As the
Getting
ref,
getting ass handed to you.
as a ref, yeah, you're gonna have two contestants chase you down. So either get really
Look, it's a very valid question. I just wanted to clear the air.
pick someone you trust. Pick
Yeah.
someone both of you trust, or an official at the field, because the field's going to obviously have buy-in with this. Hopefully, host scrim nights, duel nights. If it takes off well enough, and we have people wanting to do this on regular, I've already talked with some of the fields that we may do an event once a month, rotating from field to field to field. Where that's the day, it's duels between the high level guys, the lower level guys, the legendaries, and so forth. So
Just call everyone out. Just call everyone out. Walk
Yeah,
in there with a
exactly.
bag of coins and just drop them on a table and just be like, all of you. Now.
we've put slight holes in the tops of the coins so that you can put them on small key rings, hang them on blasters, helmets, belts, your bag, however you feel confident that someone's not going to do a dodo and run up, grab them, and run off from them. So hopefully you'll get to tell who's got the coins and so forth like that. Pipeline dream for me, while we're on that topic, if this goes well enough, we would like to design an app that we can track that a little bit better and challenge people through the app, and people register the purchases of the coin in the app so we know who's got them and who can be challenged and so forth. But that could be a year, 2, 10, 15, 500 years down the track. But that would be ideal. Bronze, any of the coins can be used to even bet against things. So Dodo mentioned before about betting on Kendo winning. Put your coins up, mate. Go buy some coins.
Yeah.
Put them up against people. You can bet with them without even playing. So
I'll bet coins against you, Dodo, that headhunters are coming away with this. I will get these coins and I will put them against you. I'll put
All right, done.
depending on the coin like amounts and stuff, like we'll work that out. But yeah, I will put coins against her.
I'm down.
So from there, bronze coins hopefully available at every field that we can get on board. Initially, the silver and gold coins will not be able to be purchased, potentially for up to a month. We need to build value in those coins because they're going to be expensive in relation to the bronze coins, for the sole fact that I know there was people that was out dropping hundreds and hundreds of dollars at a time on trading cards. Yeah. And if they do that with high level coins, the game will implode. It won't be fun. Nobody will accept the challenges at the higher level who've got the rings and stuff like that because they'll be getting bombarded. So it's either going to be grind your ass off to get to the top, sorry for saying ass, or spend a bit of money here and there to skip the queue a bit to get up to the higher challenges.
Sounds like a whale. No.
So-
Someone could be a whale.
No one's a whale here, right? No one, right? No one in this chat is a whale. You will earn your way up legitimately, like I'm going to.
No-
Catch anybody.
No pay to win. No pay to win. You got to do this grind.
Fuck pay to win.
Next level from the coins, we move up to the silver coins. We've called them combat coins. It's printed on there. We've got season 1, 2022. I should have ran through that too. On all fronts of the coins, that's meant to be the queen with a face mask on. Maybe not identical, but we were trying to have a bit of fun. The back of the bronze coin is that token 2 people dueling back to back, about to walk off. That I think is going to be the main currency for bets. You could do your 1v1s in the backyard. You could turn the 1v1s into a push-up contest, an arm wrestle. I will bet you this. That could be completely limitless. Because not everyone could get to a field every day of the week or every weekend or so.
I challenge you to a drink off.
Yes, get it, because you will spend lots on coins. We will have that in a couple of weeks. Silver coins. Silver coins, initially for that first month, as I mentioned, they're not going to be for sale. I'm going to give 10 to each of the fields that have bought into the program. So I got the initial wave of bronze coins to hand out at their discretion. If you're a regular to a field, you're always playing by the rules, you show good sportsmanship, any of that kind of stuff, you could be eligible for one. As I did on the stream last night at Hardcore, if anybody's seen it, Mush from Hells did a couple of plays that were probably play of the nights. The only other one I've seen that was worth a mention, I just I missed on capitalizing on it, was Headhunter's bonus points for the night.
Yeah.
If Mush hadn't have done what he done, that would have overrode the night. I can't remember who did it. Was it Risky or Ashley or someone? Someone did it anyway.
Can't remember.
Idea would be, come see me, got a silver coin for you.
Yeah.
Later on, they will be for purchase. Silver coins have a purpose. They are the currency to be able to challenge the legendary characters that we've chosen throughout the community.
Legendary characters, eh?
Legendary characters.
Now, initially, I wanted them to be non-players. I wanted them to be people contributing to the community that were well enough known in the community that their social media would help build the game and stuff like that. But just unfortunately, we've needed to pull some players here, there, and everywhere to make it work. Because ideally, we want them as readily available at and around fields to be able to accept challenges and keep the game flowing. We actually have 10 at the moment. Initially, I was going to have 5, but it's just not enough. Same thing, game will implode. They won't be able to keep up with the challenges. If I can keep building out the legendaries throughout the year, I will, and that's the goal. We actually have a legendary in the chat here with us, who's announced. I don't know if it was announced. Have you announced you retired from playing competitive?
Retired from playing the monthly competitive, so I won't be doing any of the seasonal stuff, only just sort of the one-day comps and stuff like that. So I've taken a step back, and Dale actually contacted me and filled me in on all this, and this is a big reason of why we're doing this stream today, to be able to help him out, getting all this out there. I'm a legendary, so you'll be able to challenge me. Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm going on to the stream.
I also need to make note too, when I say I or me or anything like that, I mean the guys in the team that have built this, and I just seem to get. I probably do it myself. Put myself as the face of things to get it out there. So I mean, no disrespect to that. And I've had a lot of help from the likes of Luke from Gravediggers, Dan Fryer, Kathy from Hardcore, Mark from SSA and Real Strike. I've had a lot of help and engagement from a lot of people to get this to where it is and hopefully where it will go in the future. But back to legendaries. So legendary characters are not deemed legendary characters because they're just God's gift to the Speedsoft world where they're unbeatable. We are giving them 3 unique rules that they've chosen with a little bit of tweaking here and there. Looked like I was milking a cow there. That will make them very, very hard to beat. Zuggy, do you want to let on your rules?
I'll let on mine. Okay, so if you're going to come at me, you're going to have to come.
Come.
Pause.
Got him. Got him.
Ready to run. So my rules. I'll just double check what I actually went with. I can't
Man
remember
doesn't even remember their own rules.
I can't remember if I changed it or not.
How do you forget your own rules, man? you set the standard.
We've been working on these.
It's been a while.
They've changed. They've updated.
Crazy, man, crazy.
I think I know them. And if this isn't 100% correct, we've got a website built.
Look,
we're just trying to put the finishing touches on that, where all this will be listed. We're going to track certain things so that people know where rings are and stuff like that. So, you got it, Zuggy?
I think I just scrolled past it. Where is it?
Here's my memory. My memory was
everyone has to wear a tie. If you come at me, you got to wear a tie. You got to make it classy.
Make it
classy. Wear a tie was definitely one of them.
The louder, the better. Make it loud. The other one from memory for me was the opponent will only be able to shoot semi, and Zuggy can go auto.
Full auto. Which, if you know my DSG, you know how scary that is. Also, that was the other one. You have to fire your blaster upside down.
Pistol,
so
blaster,
you're coming.
Whatever weapon you're using.
It's got to be upside down.
Come at me, bro. I'll take this challenge.
So you want to come at me? Darling? Nice and bright, nice and pretty.
Nice and bright.
Come in class, bro. Come in class. But that 52 round a second DSG will definitely be spraying at you for that. So, yeah, be ready to go down with class.
Also, keep in mind too, the extra rings that we're getting made at the moment to introduce a little bit later. This is not Speedsoft Speedball only limited. This is going to be CQB. If Zuggy so chooses to play it at hardcore on the character field, he can. That's his choice as a legendary. I'm pretty sure Zuggy's a floater, so he will be at.
I'll be everywhere.
You can challenge him. We will try and have a way on Facebook, or I'm no good with Discord, but people are, where we can build hype around those legendary challenges. So we might be able to get a camera with live there or something like that to get some excitement happening.
Yeah,
we're here live from Hardcore Blasters. Zuggy the Legendary is about to compete against someone else. This whole random's about to get fucked on.
Or at Gel City, they've got a mixture of fields there, don't they? They've got the speedball and the outdoor area, the outside of the speedball area, all in one. Tack Edge, depends what day you rock up there. They might have the speedball field on there. They might have the CQB field. So that will be luck of the draw or choice of the legendary. Now, Zuggy's rules, to me, when we first made them, I was like, that's pretty hard to beat. But
it's nothing. It's nothing.
have gone well crazy. And I'm just going to prattle a couple of names. I'm not going to cover everyone because A, I'll forget them, and B, I've got more. We have the likes of Dan Fire as a legendary. Again, a floater. We have the one and only Toby at Hardcore. And again, he's got 2 fields there. Which one will he choose? Who knows? Up to him. We have Kemikaze, who heads up the Ref Collective, and you all would have seen him on socials and all the rest.
Cam.
Good old Cam, and his bio and his rules and Good value.
Just
Very good
absolute
value.
gold. It's been great.
Yes, and that's one of the big things we wanted to get across is this is for fun. Go and have some fun with your mates, talk some shit, involve some people that you probably wouldn't normally associate with and involve and challenge them and get the whole community together instead of a couple of little brackets of fields or people and stuff like that. Get around, challenge the legendaries of the fields and stuff. We have, oh no, I've forgotten her name. I'm going to go with Jazz if it's wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's Jazz. Yeah.
Jazz. She's going to head up at Gel City for us. She works there, so she'll be there fairly consistently. Haven't seen her rules yet. We joked about something like 10-inch stripper heels or something, but for the opponent to wear. But I think that's going to come down to a workplace health and safety issue.
Yeah.
So
Look,
I'm excited to see what she comes with.
to get it, like, my whole tie thing for the bit of fun is one thing, but I have literally seen other people in these legendaries who've come out with some crazy fun ideas. We've got one where strapping rubber ducks to your feet, or the rubber chicken things to your feet.
Yep.
So as you're running around, they're just like, like, this is the sort of stuff you guys could expect. There's some silly ideas in there, but the other parts make it very hard to get past. So
at one stage there was a concept and idea of Marco Polo.
Yeah.
So heaps of stuff. The possibilities will be endless, and by all means, we will be looking for more legendaries. So start making your own rules up now in case you get chosen.
Yeah.
Talked to Chris from Real Strike briefly this morning. I'm going there after this to hopefully confirm that he will be a legendary as well. So game on there because I know he is super competitive.
Yeah.
Sharpie Shot. I don't know if you guys.
I don't really know
Sharpie Shot. He's CQB style and loves the one-on-one challenges. Loves the shit talk. Loves an ego. Like, who else have we got? Ahmed Heved's on board. Brad is on board. His rules are insane. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped for all that. That's going to be a heap of fun. The reason these guys are going to be so hard to beat is because initially they are going to hold the only gold coins in existence. They will be given 5 each. You beat them, you get your gold coin. And that will be the only way to move up to challenge for the rings. The ring guys will initially be able to challenge each other and start their accumulation. Most of them being captains of teams and stuff, they've had pressure on them outside of going out and playing on the field and stuff like that. They've managed teams, all that kind of stuff. And they're at the pinnacle of some of the sport in Australia. So that's why I've chosen them to start off with that. Once we've got the gold coin, that's it. I'm pretty confident, unless we've changed rules. Let me just double check here. We will have all the rules on the website. Silver ring, or a gold coin, a silver coin, or a bronze coin to challenge for one of the rings. So you can see that there's going to be progression. After that first month, we will release the silver and gold coins to buy at the fields if they wish to. If not, we've got capability on the website to do it. It's just going to be a slower burn. I'd much prefer for you guys to be able to go to a scrims night, not even have any intention in doing a duel, and then see someone and be like, you shit talk all the time. I'm coming for you. Which is probably me. I shit talk so much, so I can imagine people are coming for me. I'm not
Dodo's gonna get hit hard, bro. Yeah. People have been wanting 1v1s with you for ages.
I now announced my retirement from Speaky B, and as such, goodbye.
All right.
I'm kidding.
I don't want to cause disruptions to fields, to comps, to stuff like that. So always keep that in mind. as I talk to fields and comps, and when there's more backing behind it, maybe there will be a window of time in the smoko breaks and lunch breaks and stuff like that of comps that we can run some of these really quickly. I would imagine those would be the high level ones, a legendary match in a lunch break, or a gold ring for a gold ring, or something like that. Something high level that's going to get the community backing behind to watch and spectate. The main thing we want to have, it's about fun. It might include some guys that aren't in a team, that might be a little bit shy or something to approach a team to join in, but they get an opportunity to verse a pro player that they've never been able to ever be able to verse before, or an icon like, I see Dan as an icon. He does so much for the community. Dan Fire, everyone in the community knows him. Zuggy, Dodo's not a legendary yet. Maybe wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, who knows? But that type of thing. I'd really, and I need to talk to Morgs at Gorilla Blasters, because I think there's a huge potential for it to do really, really well there. Again, just time's not on my side with some of this stuff. I work, I play, I do a few things. I yell at people.
Just quit your job, man. You're too good.
Well, if there's a point where we can build an app and stuff like that, and this continues on, maybe I could. Yeah.
Retire and that money flow.
If anybody can help my man Nathan in our team with a Wix leaderboard, multiple leaderboards, please reach out to me or to him, because that's our stalling point at the moment, is getting the leaderboards right. We want the rings, we're going to track their movements. So initially, whoever accepts the rings, hopefully all the pro div captains, all the first div captains, which we'll get to find out who they all solidly are after the 12th. If they all accept, we're going to name those rings either them or their team. So, for example, Bryce, if Bryce accepts from Kendo, we will name and track that ring on the website as the Kendo ring. Thanks for being the first ring keeper for us. Here's your little spot of glory on the website. That's the Kendo ring for the year. Same with the keepers and damage and Yakuza and all those kind of things. They may not keep the ring for very long. Someone in their team might take it off them very, very quickly. They might get, you're garbage, which is why I don't want my ring. So we'll track them without having any real concept of how this will take off, if it will actually make any money, if it will continue on. My idea goal for the winners at the end of the season, I am in talks with the guys in SA. I'm in talks with Teagues from One Shot in Townsville and Damo in CQ. We do want to make regions, but I just need to kick it off here first so I can sort out any problems and stuff like that might arise initially. And obviously we have the bigger community here. So we build a bit of hype that will help them be able to install it and take it off in those other areas. But the goal for the end of the year for me, for the prizes, would be the winner from Southeast Queensland. We send him and a mate or a partner, because I know partners get left out of everything in this sport, to another region for the weekend. We'll pay for flights, we'll give them food voucher or some kind of spending money to do that, and hook them up with the fields there. Yeah. Some of us have really good relationships with other regions already. So I want to lean on that. I want to support everybody. I want to make sure that we keep building this sport. Not that I have the power to do that, but the people who are, Mark, Dan from Ozgel, those kind of people that are really trying to push the sport, I want us all to try and rally behind that and keep it going. And then we'll want to have leaderboards to track the legendaries. Who gets defeated the least throughout the year will win a prize. From the community side of things, whoever's the first person to beat all of the legendaries will get a prize. And whoever's beaten the most legendaries through the year will get a prize. I think I should be able to, in the first 3 months, really establish what those prizes will be. Unfortunately, I can't do it now. It'd come out of my back pocket. And regardless of anything, I'll make sure that there is decent prizes for it. But just as a bit of an idea on that, the sendaways for people and stuff like that, that's how big I want to make the prizes for people. I want to make it interesting, worthwhile, keep the game flowing.
Yeah.
We do have 1,000,001, and people are always giving me ideas to keep it going through the year, i.e., unique coins that we sell in complete packaging that you don't know what is written on that coin, but is like a wildcard coin. You walk out onto the field, about to do a match, you pull out this coin, and maybe its opponent has to hop on one leg. And that will apply for the legendaries or for anything. But you drop that at the last minute. You're like, shablam, this is on you. Give you a bit of an advantage. So we'll look to do those kind of things throughout the year to keep it moving.
Nice.
There is already pages of rules.
Jesus.
We will get out to people. A couple of things I really, really need to stress to people. I'm not a genius. If anybody deals with me in real life, I suck at technology. If you fluster me, I get overwhelmed really quickly. So I'm doing the best I can, and the team's supporting me as best I can. I don't want to see very experienced players going and picking on a 13-year-old kid at a field and taking his coins. We're going to find a way to establish rules where anyone over 16 cannot challenge downwards, because I want to make it fun for the young players.
Yeah.
And it will be a good thing for teams to be able to recruit from people like this. If you see someone building bank with coins because they're dusting people in one-on-ones and stuff like that, that's a recruitment spot for me. We'll make it though, if a person under 16 challenges someone up, they can accept that challenge.
Yeah.
I'll bully a kid.
More than anything, no matter what typo I make here, there, anywhere, or a stupid rule I make, the field's rules will outweigh those rules 100%. So always look to that, and the refs and staff at those fields, their word is final. I can't stress that enough. The rings are so important to the longevity of the game. I haven't quite figured out the dollar value or the punishment on losing or breaking a ring beyond its within reason.
Yeah.
First punishment will be a money thing. So everybody looking to get involved in this game, working towards coin rings and stuff, accepting coins for the first time, there will be a responsibility. If you lose that coin, you will be paying for a replacement, and it needs to be something that is hefty enough that I don't have people shelving them at home. Oh, I lost it. Because I just don't have enough readily available to reback them up.
Yeah.
You do it a second time, you're out for the season. You don't play for the rest of the season. I want the game to be fun for everybody. And if you go in there, you've built up all your bank, and you go to challenge someone and they've lost their ring, and you're technically the owner of that ring, but you don't get to walk around with this bad boy on your hand. I think that's very unfair.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. If anyone's got questions, I haven't been able to go.
We've got Kim has been asked earlier, how many times can a ring be lost in a night? Now, I don't think you actually covered that in the rules.
No, I haven't, because
So we're gonna have to.
It's also a couple of little grey zones as well. If you catch someone as they're packing their gear up about to leave for the day and challenge them, and they say no, I think that's fairly fair.
Yeah.
That they've said no. If you've just rocked up for the day and you don't have a lineup of challenges already in place or anything like that, and someone challenges you, be a man and accept the challenge, or be a woman,
Be whatever.
Be a good person.
Be a player. Just do it.
And take that challenge. If
Yeah.
you lose it, go back to the drawing board and go fight for that back again. I don't really think I want to set a rule on how many times it can lose. I would like to think if someone's just won the ring, give them a little bit of time to walk around
Yeah.
with the ring and post about it and stuff. Maybe we set a week-long thing and we alter that towards the end of the year, because I think the end of the season is where the ring change, we'll get a spike in ring changes early, and then I think it'll die down and it'll be all the middle stuff. And then towards the end, I think it will go absolutely gangbusters.
Yeah.
And we'll work from there. Things will adapt. Like I said, I'm not a miracle worker. The guys in my team, as great as they are and throw ideas around and stuff like that, none of us are magicians yet. So we will adapt and improvise, and I am open to suggestions and stuff like that. I will always say that they're a great suggestion. Doesn't mean I'll use them. I just don't want to hurt your feelings.
We've got Dane in the chat asking when the coins go live.
Trying to have it ready.
Oh.
We
just had some technical difficulties. It is getting hot in this room right now.
Yeah, I think he might be maybe in a storm area. So unfortunately, we don't know when the coins will go live. Oh, there he goes. Double me.
My
wait.
Your computer. Oh, there we go.
We're on phone.
I'm trying to have everything kick off live for the 15th, but in saying that, I've got hundreds and hundreds of coins everywhere, and the packaging arrives on the 12th. Hoping it goes live
back a week.
on the 15th. The main thing I'm concerned about is the leaderboards on the website. I need that ready to go. So as I said, anybody watches this later on or anything, message me, Duelsoft, Juggernaut on Instagram, Valhalla's Keepers, wherever you can find me, Dale, Facebook, wherever it is, message Zuggy or Dodo if you've got them. If you can help us out with Wix, building a website and creating leaderboards and stuff like that, please reach out. If not, if that delays a week to a month or so, I will keep records of everything and plaster it on. I know Kathy's working on a backup plan for me at the moment as well. So the 15th, ideally, Fields will have coins ready to go. Legendaries will have their rules, their locations, their bios, their rule sets all listed on the website. Guys, if you're watching this, I need them all in concrete by Monday night, so that we can get them loaded on the website. Yeah, that should be it. Hopefully, for the legendaries as well, we have a pretty good grasp on the guys that will be in first and pro. Not necessarily the guys qualifying, but if they don't qualify for pro, they will be in first div. So I'll add the rest of you guys to a chat. Get your agreement that you're happy to go in as the first ring keeper and stuff like that, and start working from there. I handed out first silver coin last night to Mush. I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier. So I'm looking forward to seeing who he challenges first, because I know he's got Toby out there straight away. Is he going to try and take on the big guy, or is he going to wait and see who the others are and try and
I reckon he'll challenge his old man and then watch him get beaten.
That will be hilarious.
I love that.
So the other question here from Nathan: how many and what coins to challenge a legendary? It's just
So again, this will be on the rules, and I do have a quick glance. Nathan's done a quick glance of the rules up to make it easy, because 3 bronze coins. Dollar value, it doesn't equate. We couldn't get it to equate fairly enough that you pay for 3 bronze coins would equal the same price as a silver coin, because why would people buy bronze coins instead of the silver coin? So it is a bit staggered, but in hard-earned coin in your hand, it is 3 bronze coins equals a silver coin. So you can walk up to someone, you have 3 bronze coins, and Dodo has a silver coin, you can challenge him with that.
Interesting.
From upwards from there, silver coin versus silver coin will work. If you have a silver coin and you're just not comfortable trying to challenge a legendary, you don't think you can beat them with their rules, or it just doesn't line up, challenge someone for their silver coin. You win that, you got 2 silver coins. Work your way to 3 silver coins, and that's the same as a gold coin. So there will be ways before the gold coins are bought to work your way up to the rings without having to have beat a legendary. As you go through those, so 3 bronze coins versus a silver, it's no longer one game. It will be a best of 3 is deemed the winner. When you go silver for silver, it will be first to 3 is deemed the winner. 3 silver coins versus a gold coin will be best of 3 again. Gold coin versus gold coin will be first to 3. A gold, a silver, and a bronze to challenge a silver ring will be best of 5. These are big times and big challenges. They're gonna draw you out. Silver ring for silver ring is best of 5. I don't know if anyone's ever played a best of 5. That can be 10 games. That's a mission. Be prepared for that. Silver ring, a silver ring, a gold coin, and I've got to figure out if it's just 1 silver and 1 bronze versus the gold coin. Will be best of 5 again. That's 5 matches. That's a big one. Gold ring versus gold ring will be first to 5. All be on the website. That all probably sounds super boring. Probably put everyone to sleep.
What are you talking about? We're all awake. We're all awake.
Yeah. Can you just stand up and do some star jumps for me, Dodo?
Negative,
Yeah.
right? Negative. Negative, Ducky. Actually, you know what I could do? Just do this.
If anybody has some ideas along the way, I do have an enormous amount of coins here that I can pay people with. So come at me. If we instill it into the game later on, you will be rewarded. In saying that too, originally when we started the concept, 2022 wasn't here yet. So we designed it originally as 2021 pro captains were going to get the gold rings and 2021 first div captains were going to get it. And at that time, there was 14 first div teams. There's not 14 first div captains now. And some of those teams fell away anyway. I have 4 silver rings spare. I've allocated 2 already. And I'm happy to announce them because they're not going to change. One is Sean from Diamond Dogs, captain of Diamond Dogs, taking out preseason for the year. I think that's noteworthy enough.
Yep.
He's put in the hard work. He's a good guy. He makes a team. He makes a family out of his team from everything I've seen and heard. So I'm happy to do that. My social media guru that I would call, Kyle Ives, who's helping to get this out and about on every social media platform I can. He is the second confirmed to get one of those silver rings. So I've got 2 left to go yet. If anybody has any, I would like to change someone's life was the idea with the legendaries. Somebody that hasn't had a win in life, somebody that's rocking up to fields all the time, hasn't just cracked a friend base or something like that. If we know someone like that, that giving them a ring as a first ring keeper, getting them on the website, send them to me and why they deserve it, just so that we can pick fairly and so forth like that. And they will be the type of people that I look to introduce legendaries to throughout the season. Yeah. Any other questions?
Do we have any questions?
Not anymore. Go on.
Just one. That's not what I wanted to say.
Damo.
No, someone just messaged me.
So someone's just like Damo. Maddie was just like Damo. Yeah. Yeah. Look, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's really a community thing that Dale and the team have brought together here. It's going to be a great thing to just have something a bit extra on top of just our normal comps or a normal casual game. This is going to be great. Get a good lot of laughs and everything. It's going to be great. Maddie's saying Damo as a ring keeper. I think that'll come down to
all the way up there, and we're all the way down here.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, Maddie, that like Dale's wanting to keep it just in the southeast Queensland area at this stage. He is in talks with Damo and everyone else to expand the regions later on. So
Damo and CQ.
yeah,
He will get, and I talked to Damo about this when I started looking to expand it if that was going to happen. Damo in my books gets the choice of whether he wants to be a ring keeper at the start or a legendary. He doesn't play that often. He's put his heart and soul, same with his wife and everyone there, into that. He will be one. There's one person that I haven't named a legendary or given a ring to or anything that probably ticks every box and more. He's just too busy in my eyes, and that's Mark at SSA. Ultimately deserves it just as much as anyone else, if not more. I just want him to put as much focus into getting SSA and SA this weekend off the ground, running, streamlined, hosting the events to the best of his ability and stuff like that, and we will work on something for him. And I want to work on things for all the field owners because they contribute to what we get to play. Yeah.
Kill.
Kill.
That is going to be an interesting year ahead of us. Oh, what the hell? Yeah.
Lots to do. Extra fun on the side. This is going to be great. I am keen as shit to smoke you guys at 52 rounds a second.
You're gonna need it.
We're just trying to get also a bit of a instruction video, a minute and a half, just a couple of little things together as well that we can give to the field, so they can learn it very quickly and you guys can watch as well.
Alright, just checking something.
Just walk over to the window, mate.
No, negative, don't need to. I can roll around in my chair just fine, thank you.
Maddie just wanted to see Damo challenged at Nationals.
Maybe
I'll just
challenge someone.
Yeah, we'll just flick him a coin for the day and then challenge him for it straight after. Like, here's a silver coin, bro. Challenge him for it.
A lineup of people just sitting there waiting for him.
Just don't forget, this is gonna be a very busy month this month too. We have 4 qualifying brackets, and that's not including the juniors first round. This month alone. Holy fuck!
Oh, I did forget something. I'm very glad I remembered this. Everybody that's bought a Duelsoft calendar before the 15th of February when we go live gets a bronze coin as a thank you. I've tracked, as far as I know, I've tracked everybody that's bought a calendar, whether it's been through me directly or off the Hardcore website with Kathy. Kathy has been sending them out to people to make it easy. I just don't have the time for that at the moment. And she's got them on display there. So everyone that's bought already or has the next week or two to get in, I'm nearly out of the teams to watch as my order that I have here, but I can get more. And I reckon I've got enough at the moment to quickly supply the champs ones. So make sure you get in there. Just so no one's surprised, I have got the pricing for the bronze coins. The bronze coins are going to be $15 each. I need the fields to make some money, and they will be our main currency. So, like I said, I want to progress this over and over and over and over. Make it better, make it easier to challenge people, get a better website and tracking, all that kind of stuff. That's where the money goes.
Awesome! Look at that.
It's all going back into it, guys. Like, it's not.
I should say, I will take some money. I'm not.
Man could have gone the entire stream and saying that. No, he's
no. If anybody knows me, I'm pretty honest. I I want to look after the team a little in little things here and there. If I can, they put in a lot of work. They've come up with the idea and stuff like that. If a blaster goes down and needs a repair, I would like to be able to help them, not fully, but to do things like that. But the main goal is to kick this off for the fun of it, for the community, to give prizes out, to keep it rolling and make it better and better and better and better. So from there, calendars are $30 if you buy them individually. A bronze coin is $15 if you buy it after having bought after the cutoff. So you spend the $30 on a calendar. That's buy one get one free.
Well, there you go. Look at that, everyone. Get in if you want one now.
Get a calendar.
Get
those teams on the wall at your workshop or at your business.
I'm curious though, what teams are like on this calendar? I'm curious.
I got talked out of it. At the start of each month, I was going to do a promo video of that month, the team, their blurb and stuff like that, and I got talked out of it. So if people would like to see that, because they might not have a use for a calendar or anything like that, let me know and I'll make that happen.
Do it.
The champs calendar, which I have here in front of me, we took, as the keepers, we took January. I think 3 or 4 of our birthdays are in January. So we took January. February is AE, and they are linked for that page as the winners of the Nationals last year. So each, the idea on the champs calendar, we went through a heap of different changes along the way, and we'd already selected some teams, was they had to have won a comp. Preferably a season-long comp or a major comp. So they took out Nationals. Damn it. So we gave that to them. The Assassins, CQB Assassins from CQ, they took out comps there in that region. So March, Outcast took out the 3v3 at Tack Edge twice. So they're there for April. Also, some of the quotes, blurbs, and stuff like that are actually pretty funny. Aussie Elites, for example, for Nationals, absolutely cracked me up when I seen it come through. We're here to chew bubblegum and win belts, and we're all out of bubblegum. So they now have 2 belts. So when they sent that through to me, I don't think they had the second belt at that stage. So kudos to them, you motherfuckers. Where did we get to? I did a page, and I'll see if I can show you here. I wanted to include the guys that contribute to the community as well. So the photographers, Steve and Joycey that have set up the 3v3 at Tack Edge, SpeedX Control, Bloom, Cam, Damfire, Gel Ballistics, Tegan. They got May as industry champions. One Shot Crew in Townsville. They took out the regional championship. They got June. There's a lot of controversy here. At the time, I'd promised Gel Cartel a spot in the calendar when we were only doing one calendar. And it was an off-the-cuff conversation with Damon. I was like, have you won something down there? Because ignorance of myself, I hadn't followed a heap of stuff happening down in SA. And he was like, yeah, we won a Battle of Waterloo event, which was, I think, a 1-day event. I was like, works for me. So we've given them July. They won the June event, I'm told. Damo, who's from Gel Cartel, since reached out to me and apologized when he seen the other teams and who was in there and said, man, that was Crimson Raiders have done that down here. So my apologies to the boys at Crimson Raiders. Can't fix it, but I'll be down there this weekend. You can punch me, pour gels in my pockets, whatever helps you. I got them in the teams to watch, which the teams to watch calendar is no less of a accolade to be in, because there's Midnight Kendo's in the teams to watch calendar. Now for a team, and this probably hurts if they hear this, for a team that hasn't won anything, they're probably one of the teams that's most deserved it with the skill level they bring. So being in that calendar is not a second prize. You did well to get in there. Wreck-It Crew took out one of the SEQ battles that Damo hosts when he comes down, which is a qualifier to Nationals. So they've taken out August. Gravediggers took out First Div. So they're there in September. Damage Cartel. They took out the 3v3 at Tack Edge, and some of the teams, and there are teams that have won things. I've only got 12 pages, so I couldn't put everyone in. Damage Cartel won multiple things. 3v3s, hardcore seasons, they're always up there. They give us a run for our money. They either knock us off or we just knock them off. So they're in there for October. I grow more and more to like them all the time. November is a special one. The only team in any of the calendars to make it twice is Aussie Elite. I think they deserve it. No matter where they go, I know they've been a little bit more selective this year. They're at the top. They're either first or second. Yeah. They're one of the greatest bunch of guys. When we first started, we were like, those guys are us. Like, they're the knockaround guys. They're the pub goers. So they got November, which would have went to Kendo if they took it out. And Dane actually was gracious enough with dealings with, I dealt with Bryce back and forward and Dane. When we started doing the calendars, the championship hadn't been played for Real Strike yet. Dane was happy, begrudgingly, to let Kendo have it if I released the calendar before there was a result because they were already in it. But they end up winning it and we hadn't released the calendar. So they've got November with the tagline, the double champs do what they want, which is the Conor McGregor line. I love it. I actually even think I might have thrown that in there somewhere for them as well. My bad. Last but not least, December, Diamond Dogs. As we mentioned before, they won the preseason, more than deserving to get in there. That is the champs calendar. I have been trying to get people, when I see them, to sign a master copy. Stupidly, I should have got 2 or 3 master copies signed by players in those teams that are featuring in it, so I could keep one myself. And not that I have any hopes that they're worth anything down the track, but if it was, that would be so cool. I'll auction it off for someone, for a cause of some kind. There's a lot of guys in our community that I think would absolutely back us supporting some kind of a mental health foundation. So that's something I'd like to try and support if we can with something like that. Yeah. I've probably taken up everyone's time, so I'll do the teams to watch one. I might see if I can hijack with Kathy and announce the teams in there. I have done flip throughs on the Instagram page if you scroll back through and have a look through there as well.
Just got a question here from Heath. Those giveaway bronze coins, are they coming to South Australia or is it just for Queensland?
Yes. Damo is... I need to make a decision. Between when we start here or when I'm down there this weekend or when I post them down, and when we actually launch in South Australia, there's going to be potentially up to a 3-month gap, which I'll need to figure out. Do I give the coins to you now with the potential for you to lose them and not make any real use out of them, or do I wait until we kick off? But it's tracked, you'll be lodged, you'll get your bronze coin. If you don't, that's Damo from Gel Cartel. Burn his house down. This weekend, I'll be there. Don't burn his house down. He's a great bloke. He has a family. It's a stupid thing to say. You will get bronze coins, yes. Every region who gets the calendars supported us in that way, Townsville, CQ, anywhere like that, you get a bronze coin with it. You tell me if you want it now or if you want to wait until the games start in your region, and I'll make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, if they get them now, they could start fighting each other for the bronze coins so that when the rings launch and legendaries and stuff, they can get straight into it. But like, that's that.
One thing for us, and I didn't announce it, and it's hard to announce stuff. I've mentioned a million times, I'm terrible with social media, so trying to get a message across when you're retarded is hard. The calendars for us were one of two things. It's actually cost a fair bit of money to get this off the ground. So the calendars were to try and help alleviate a little bit of that stress, but to also see what kind of buy-in we got from other regions. I know it's hard. There was probably only one team in them, and that's why I thought the idea of getting them signed, like the trading cards and stuff like that, might build a bit of hype. But if we're not selling calendars somewhere, is the community there strong enough? Guilt trip, to kick the coins game off.
Hey, guilt tripped and hard. We want to build a community, right? We want to build Australia wide. Guilt trip everybody. Okay, if you're not playing, what the fuck are you doing?
We have done. Unfortunately, I want the fields, if they do want to stock the calendars for us, which Hardcore have done, which is amazing. That helped us out with a bit of money to start with. And so did, I should take away, Damo put in and Safari Zoomer and whoever's connected there to Epic Gel Wars down there, put in a 30 pack order. Straight off the bat, no questions asked, no one had seen them, anything. They jumped on board that straight away, which again was a huge help to us. And we appreciate that. And that's what we want everyone to do for everyone in the community. I'm sure by now you have seen what Cam and Hardcore and whoever else was involved with Gel Ballistics last night with the blaster. Good people helping good people. People helping people when they're down and out. That's what I want. That's what our team wants, as much as I probably put on a tough guy persona and stuff like that. I struggle, so I want to make sure that in my times of strength, I can help people. Do all that. Do it all. And have fun. I want hype. I want people like Dodo who shit talk to shit talk. I want Jarvie Shot to shit talk. I want my ego's too big that I can't take a ring to start with because I can't deal with the loss because I'm a terrible player as much as I speak it up. I have an incredibly good team around me that makes us successful. But I will have an abundance of coins, so challenge the shit out of me if you see me somewhere, and we'll get the currency flowing. Keep in mind that as the fields kick off and jump on board with this, they will have their 10 silver coins to dish out. It will be up to them if they ammo dump them on the first day, if they drag it out for the month, 6 months, because they can still hand them out while they're selling them. To people that deserve them and so forth. So back your fields, back your local field, get out to other fields. You'll be surprised at the people you meet there and the way things are conducted, and it's fun. I play everywhere as much as I can. Places like, I've forgotten to mention places, and by all means, it's only because I've got a blockhead. If you look sideways, it's a brick. Donnybrook, Spec Ops, Gorilla I mentioned before, who I haven't got a chance to play with, the venues on the sunny coast, Gold Coast, shops that don't have fields that want to stock coins, anything like that, reach out to us. So it's readily available. We will look to do a bundle pack on the website once all the coins are available for purchase, which will be a slightly cheaper than what you'll be able to get them in any of the stores, but you'll be at the mercy of me sending them out, which I imagine most people are going to want them on hand from the field, and that's my expectation. Help your field, support the fields, get to the scrim nights, make noise about it if you're interested in it, because the smart fields, and they're all smart fields, will make duel nights or duel days or duel events.
I expect Hardcore to do that, actually.
Beg your pardon?
I fully expect Hardcore to do that.
I hope they do. If they don't, I'll cry. I'll on camera, on stream. That might be encouragement to not do it.
No, I'm encouraging it now. Let's do it.
I'm hoping to be able to. I don't have contacts everywhere. I tried to. If he watches this, if anyone knows him, a legendary that I want on board because he does an amazing job for the community and for the young kids is Mark from TTB. I sent his page a message. He wouldn't know who I am. The message would probably seem a bit scamish with no idea on what Duelsoft is, what a legendary is, a game concept is. If he watches this now, if anybody knows him and's excited about it,
Tag him in the
please-
comments.
please get him to reply to me if he's interested in it. I want him on board. Yeah.
Yeah, so if someone like follows him, tag him in the comments so he can see this, so he knows to open up his messages.
Oh, I've got to try
Good
and
help.
find him. Yeah, I've got him. I don't know if it's just the TTB or not, but yeah, I'll tag him in it. Send him
Awesome.
messages.
Thank you.
See if I can get onto it.
Perfect.
I have
Okay.
been out, so just so everybody does know, Hardcore 100% back the idea from the start. Already committed to the 50 bronze coins to start with. I went and met with a few people out at Tack Edge the other day, Tuesday. Love the idea. Obviously have no idea who this blonde-haired guy rocking up in a snap-on red shirt was. Just want we'll be open, have legendaries set there for out there. May not stock the coins straight away. They want to see how it goes, but they're on board. I'm hoping it'll blow up, and I'll have the coins ready to go for them. Mark has also backed me and the idea from the start. And I spoke with Chris today. I gave him a 15-minute whirlwind info dump. He seems to be on board. I'm about to leave from here to there to see him. I can't imagine why they won't. I've been and talked with the manager at Gel City. Shout out to Carl Command, who's the busiest man on the planet, and to Jem, whose wife, who is pregnant. Trying to catch up with him to get the commitment. Will be a struggle, but Ty knows that to pass this message on, and that should be a go as well. Outside of that, the other fields, like I said, I'm one man. I can't get everywhere. If you are super keen, we can do a phone chat. I can try and get to you one afternoon next week and get the details sorted and get that there. No favoritism to anybody at all. Another rule, and this is how my head works. Rules. You can backwards challenge however you like. If someone has an ego, Dodo, I'm putting this on you. If you have an ego, you're sitting there, and you see someone someone challenges you and they've only got 2 bronze coins, and you've got a silver or you've got a gold, but you feel like you can belt them on the field, take that challenge, collect their coins, but you lose what the challenge is. So it's kind of like the kahunas. Have big kahunas. Backwards compatible. I don't think you should necessarily be going up when you've got 2 coins and challenging someone for their high level coin. They may accept, but I would turn you away.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't, because my ego would also say that I could beat you. Yeah, have fun, guys. Have heaps of fun, I hope. Captains of those teams, reach out to me if I forget you in the next couple of days to add you to that chat to see if you want to be a first ring keeper. Have your team named as the ring. If I can figure out a way to engrave the inside of the rings really well, I don't want to look shabby, I'll name the rings that way, and go from there.
Ooh.
All right.
All right. I
Well,
think that was a big info dump.
That was an
Yeah.
info dump and a half. I knew it was
20
going to be, but
I think I went through like every emotion known to mankind for a moment. I'm like,
Are you guys excited? It's
I'm
hard
excited.
for me, right?
you know I'm keen. I've been keen
Yeah.
since you approached me with this stuff, man. I'm so keen to just watch people rock up with tires.
Yes. Another one of the legendaries, I'm not going to name him, just like he's been named, but that this is one of his rules. He's going to take the duel to the limit. It's going to be a back-to-back 10 paces, pistol, one shot, wear a cowboy outfit.
Cowboy
That's his fun rule. Fun stuff like that is awesome. I want the legendaries to be hard to beat, but I want it to be fun as well. I want everyone to.
I like it. I like it. Well, I know exactly what, like I said, I know exactly where I'm going up once we end this stream. So,
I've got nothing to hand
Put
to you
pants
yet,
on?
bro.
Is it to put pants on? Or?
what are you talking about? I'm wearing pants.
Sorry, did I drop that? Oh, there's another icon. Because the legendaries, I've got a chat for the legendaries, and there's been talk amongst them about what happens if a legendary challenges a legendary.
Ooh.
And I haven't accommodated for that yet. What I have done, so if you notice them on a field and they're wearing this around their neck, I will get better packaging for all this stuff. They
The
will
plastic in
have
the mouth.
a necklace that is the same as the ring to hang around their neck. That was a token of appreciation from me for them accepting the responsibility of being a legendary, because that could be a lot of work. So be kind on them. But it may come down to that those legendaries, if they challenge each other, maybe it's for their pendants, and they can go nowhere else, and we'll get an ultimate legendary.
Ooh.
Especially when there's field legendaries, yeah, we might get a little bit of inner field legendary rivals and stuff. That could be cool, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Like the app. If anyone can build me an app, cut me off. I've got to go. I've got to go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get. Yeah, we'll have to call this. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We know it's been a long one. We got a lot to go through with the Duelsoft stuff. Hope you are excited. Hardcore next week. Tune in. Good luck to everyone in South Australia this weekend.
Be there, be square.
And the juniors, have fun, guys. Like, get out there, have a good weekend, and we will see you all next Thursday.
See you guys.
See you all later.